wabarakatuh. My name is Firmanto from 2019 C. I will present about duty last explanation. I will present about face-to-face and online classes technology management by Journal of Technology Education, author Dr. Naomi Mendes, Bin Mai, Jessica Martinez, and Sammy Jaberger and Jenna Grace. Back to school planning has never been more different than it's now. School districts nationwide are preparing to multiply reopening scenarios from full and remote learning. Safety concerns connected to coronavirus pandemic, but teaching online is hard, especially if educators don't have the training and support to do it. Some struggle to keep students engaged with online activities. Ask any teacher about the importance of face-to-face communication at the traditional physical classroom environment, and maybe the teacher like to say it's absolutely essential. Teachers can tell how is actively engaged and who is zoned out. A perplexed or puzzled look on multiple face indicates a need to pause, figure out what the students are getting, and approach the point again from a slightly different angle. Watching interaction between students on group work adds another rich layer of feedback. So there is no chemistry or figure when the student do the interaction with the other by online. Does online communication affect student virtual learns? Education online can be handled any number of different ways, one of which is to have learners all present in a virtual classroom for online learning that allows the teacher to see their face. But it is the big question of whether the benefits of face-to-face communication can really be achieved when utilizing technology in online education course. Program option to deliver education in the next school year. Given the research note above and how most teachers feel about the importance of face-to-face communication to teaching, whether physically in a person or in the virtual classroom, it is safe to say that most would endorse a completely asynchronous approach to online education should it become necessary to limit school openings. A blended learning approach could also even work in physical classroom interaction with small groups of students, rotate in and out to maintain social distance. Small group of students might be in classroom one day, synchronously working through online lesson the next day, and then in virtual classroom for synchronous online instruction as a group. Effective virtual classroom lesson from higher education, where the teacher talks at the student of virtual classroom, is every bit as uninspiring as the world beyond physical classroom. The key is make sure students are prepared for meetings of the online class and then immediately get into interaction discussion, debates, questions and answers, and small group work using Zoom breakout rooms. Tips for improving virtual classroom. Here are a few tips for teachers to keep in mind. Number 1. Rules and expectation. Make the student full understand and expectation ahead of time. Explain them very clearly. And your first meeting, you can have open discussion about them to students feel included in the process. The norms need to cover discussion, how to ask questions, respect to language, dress code, and the device distraction, and so on. Number 2. Decisive disciplines. If behavioral issues arise, disciplines must be swift and decisive to show that just because this is a virtual classroom doesn't mean students can get away with anything. Number 3. Inclusion. Inclusion just as you work in the physical classroom, make an effort to have anyone participating and include in discussion. Conclusion. This study compares student expectation, perception and grade into undergraduate technology management course at a university in the United States. One course-based technical course taught by a single instructor in online course section and in a face-to-face section, and the second was a non-technical course taught by a different instructor in an online in a face-to-face section. For the technical course section, grades were taken in the online section. Thank you for your attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.